Hey guys, I'll be reading the next couple of chapters of Al Capone. You can listen outside if you want, get some fresh air. Every once in a while, I will ask you to jot a few things. So, wherever you go to listen, make sure that you've got your notebook and a pen or pencil, writing tool. Before I get started, I just wanted to recap what we've been talking about in class, that a social issue we talked about today is a problem that influences many people within a society, within a group. And it can be within a school, it can be within a country, it can be within a world. But a lot of times in a book, a writer is challenging us to think about certain social issues. All right, so we talked about what Jennifer Chelenko might be trying to teach us to think about. It's hard, and we came up with a couple, but it's hard when people judge you because of the way you look. That's something that Moose was experiencing at school and Natalie experiences. We were talking about earlier some of the problems that Moose is experiencing. He's homesick. He's lonely. He misses Pete, his home, a school that he knows. Piper kind of causes him some issues, problems, and he's conflicted about her. He talks about Alcatraz, and we quickly talked about why he did that, and he's trying to fit in there a little bit. Moose worries a lot about Natalie, his sister, but can't talk about it, and he has a lot of responsibility at home, and he's angry a lot. About his mom, his dad's jobs, moving, Pete. So we'll keep those things in mind as we read. We talked a little bit about how the setting actually reflects how lonely he's feeling. When we talked about how a haze rises from the bay like a wall of gray, closing me off from everything. So just kind of keep those in your mind, and I'm going to read Chapter 8. You can follow along. Chapter 8, Prison Guy Plays Ball. After school, I head for Southfield thinking about Piper. What is it with her, anyway? There were plenty of annoying people at home. I just stayed away from them. It's living on a stupid island. It's like a prison. Okay, it is a prison. That's the problem right there. So I'm thinking, wow, he really does feel trapped on this island. So it's kind of a metaphor. The island and where he lives is a metaphor for how he's feeling. It's only a half a day at school. Well, I'm hoping my mom doesn't know. She won't wonder why I'm late. Hey, look, it's the Alcatraz guy, says a kid I recognize from the class. Who let you out? Another asks as he warms up his pitch. I can't stay late or they lock the cell door. Gotta watch out for that. Nobody home late out in Alcatraz. Nobody gets bad grades either or they chain you up, I say. So hey, another kid walks over. I heard what you said in Miss Bimp's class about almost getting poisoned. I was wondering, do you eat supper with them murderers? Only snacks. Snack time is with murderers. Supper time is reserved for con men, counterfeiters, and armed robbers. Scout laughs. What about Capone? Another kid hollers. You met him yet? No, I haven't made the pleasure of his acquaintance, I say, holding my nose so my voice comes out like my great Aunt Elizabeth's. They all laugh now. Does your dad carry a gun? Scout wants to know. Nope, I say. Does he come home with blood on his hands? Nah, I say, he washes up first. My mom makes him. I borrow Scout's glove. Just don't get any bullet holes in it or anything, Scout says as I start warming up with a kid named Stanford. Everyone seems to already know that this guy named Dell and Scout will be captains. They call us in and start picking players. They make their choices the way my dad moves cards around in his gin rummy hand. The only wild card is me. I figure I'll be last pick because no one knows how I play, but Scout picks me third on his side. Dell and Scout measure hands up the bat. Scout wins, so I head for the dugout. Scout pulls me aside. Hey, Mr. Alcatraz, can you hit? He whispers. I shrug. I don't stink or anything, but I'm better in the field. But you can hit, right? Yeah, I can hit, I say. You're lead off. I'm second. Stanford, you're third. Meager, you're cleanup. We'll see where we are after that. I pick up the bat and give it a swing. It's too light. No clobber to a bat like that, and the swing is faster than I like. I get into my ready stance. My head clears. No Natalie, no Mom, no Alcatraz, there's nothing but me and the ball. I'm going to read that line again because I feel like it's really important. My head clears. No Natalie, no Mom, no Alcatraz. There's nothing but me and the ball. I'm thinking to myself, he must be so stressed about so many things that baseball and just focusing on this must be a really huge escape for him. The ball comes at me slow. Wait for it, wait for it. I swing, the bat whistles through the air. The ball sails by. Strike one, the catcher calls. Don't think, my coach at home always said. You start thinking, you get your drawers all in a twist. I glance up to see a group of girls watching. I wonder if Piper will walk by. She has to go this way to get to the boat. I swing the bat back to ready position. The pitcher does his pre-pitch dance. Take your time. Turn your hips to the ball. Meet it. I watch it arc out. Hold, ball one. What an eye. I can't help sneaking a smile at Scout. But the pitcher's antsy now. He's ready to go. I swing my bat to ready and wait. The ball comes close, too close. I hold. Strike two. I stand up. That was a ball. It almost hit me. It didn't though, did it, prison boy? The curly-haired catcher says, it was a ball, I mutter. Doesn't this guy know the strike zone? Are we playing baseball or what? I nod to Scout like he should watch the calls. He seems to understand and positions himself behind the catcher. The pitcher smiles. He wipes his hands on his shirt, sends a fastball, his fastest ball yet. It comes right where I like it, nice swing, but I forget about the bat being so light. I hit it, but not solid. It's a grounder. I drop the bat and thunder toward first base. The shortstop fields and throws. The first baseman fumbles off to chase the shortstop's bad throw. I almost, I'm on. Not pretty. But I stick. I look out at the girls. They're gone. They couldn't even wait to see if I got a hit. A wave of homesickness washes over me. Poor Moose. Scout's up now. He's a small guy. That's probably why the bat's light. It's his. He hits hard, though. Hard enough for me to take second and third. But then Daly and Meager strike out, and the next guy hits a pop fly to the shortstop catches with his bare left hand. Dell's team is up. What position? Scout asks. First, I say. He shakes his head. Meager plays first. How about second? I shrug. I'm not wild about playing second, but when you're new, you're new. I borrow a glove from a kid on Dell's team and make my way to second base. First batter's pretty bad. Holds the bat like it has germs. Pitcher strikes him out. Second batter looks like he's going to be good, but who knows because the pitcher walks him. If he did that on purpose, then the guy must be really good. Third batter wallops one hard right to me. I leap left and shag it on the fly, then rip it back to first. Meager on first gets it on his glove and taps the guy as he slides back to first. 2 outs. Unbelievable! My first double play ever! Not a double play combination like the famous Chicago Cubs tinker to Evers to Chance, but pretty darn close. I can't wait to tell my dad. Nice, Scout calls. I try to nod like this is no big deal, but I can't get the grin off my face. Every guy is looking at me and Meager. Nice going, I tell Meager. Prison guy can field them balls, Stanford says. Them gangsters taught him how to play, another guy agrees. There's nothing like a double play to make yourself a friend or two. Maybe it won't be so bad here, not so bad at all. When it's time to go home, we're winning 3-2. Scout tells me they play every Monday. I can hardly wait till next week. I don't even care if Mom gets mad at me for coming home late. I don't care about anything except playing ball again. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to just jot down what stood out in your mind. And then I'll pause this, go run around, take a little break, and then come back for chapter 9.